What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. I want to talk about Safaree. Now, he is the ex of Nicki Minaj, and of course they've been separated for a while now, and he has since gotten into not only a new relationship but a marriage, right, with Erica Mena, reality TV personality. Now, I want to talk about a tweet he put out that has gone viral, and he's speaking, I believe, truth about modern women. All right. And in the tweet, he said, "New millennium is crazy now. Back in the day, you had to close your eyes and imagine what a girl you liked looked like without anything on. Now almost every girl is nude just cause. I gotta make sure my daughter is different. She needs me," with a heart emoji. Now, this was sent to me, and when I saw it, I looked at the comments. There were a lot of people, especially a lot of dudes, that agreed with him, right? Because we're under this impression that men like seeing the way women are now. Yeah, we like how it looks. You got guys that like to thirst after women like that. But for the most part, I think a lot of men are starting to see that women have changed, not for the better, but for the worst. And again, people gonna look at Safaree and say, well, you're dating somebody that likes to show a lot of herself, right? You have an OnlyFans with your wife. You like to walk around shirtless. Well, who are you to judge modern women? Well, it shows you how crazy things have gotten. If you have somebody as Safaree who is willing to say this publicly. Now, maybe it's the fact that he's a father to a daughter and he wants better for her. So in wanting better for her, not to follow in the same footsteps as he sees other women doing, he wants to be a better role model for her, and he wants to impart morality into her, because we all know a lot of these women that you see on social media, they never had a father figure. They never had somebody there to be honest and real with them. They never really had that. And you can tell. You could tell the ones that have father figures, and you could tell the ones that didn't have father figures. And Safaree is speaking to the mindset of women these days. You have a lot of women, man, they live and breathe for attention seeking, right? You got women getting OnlyFans just cause. They just want to show that side of themselves that they have kept private. And then they wonder why they don't get respect from men in relationships. These but you have millennial women, Gen Z women, but you also got these Gen Xers. There's a lot of 40 plus women, doing as much for attention as women younger than them. There's really no difference anymore. The lines have been completely blurred. The only difference is those 40 plus women got almost grown kids, and they still don't care, right? They should be settled down by now, but they didn't have social media when they were in their 20s. But now they have it, and they're using it to their full advantage, even if it's detrimental to their dating life. Because social media, I feel, changed the game. I don't know if any of you may agree or disagree, but I believe social media did change things. From MySpace, it wasn't as much, but once you got Facebook going, and then you got Twitter going, then you had Instagram. I think Instagram really changed everything. Once you were able to post videos and go live, it changed a lot. It brought out the worst in people. It continues to bring the worst out in people. And then they wonder why they cannot find a mate. A lot of modern women just don't understand that your behaviors are going to put you in categories, whether you like it or not. If you're on social media and you are doing these silhouette challenges, bust-it challenges. You're doing the most in order to get likes and comments first. You're going to be viewed a certain way. Even if you don't feel like that's who you are, that's all people have to go off of. It's their impression of you. That's the first impression that they have of you, is what you're putting out here. And if you're putting yourself out there as a complete attention seeker, you're going to be treated as such. Guys are going to come at you with a different energy. When you got Ayesha Curry, who is married, she has a family, right? She has a certain image that's a little bit more publicly, socially conservative. That's how it comes off, right? She doing a whole TV interview where she's talking about how she wants attention. She wants more attention from guys. She wants her own fan club. And then she proceeds to get on social media and try to act the same way these other women are doing. Why would you want that type of energy? Why would you want thirsty energy from males that only going to see you as an object to sleep with? You know how many women have been in all these failed relationships because of a certain perspective people have of them? You're married, you have a husband, you have a family, but you want the energy of thirsty guys that only see you as somebody to sleep with. Why would you even want that type of energy? You should want the energy of a woman. You should want the energy of someone who men want to marry, who men want to build for, because ultimately that's what a woman should want. But nowadays, because of social media, women care more about how many likes they're getting, how many followers they're getting, building up their OnlyFans. They only care about trying to compete with other women for who looks better, who got the better surgeon, right? Who got the best BBL, right? That's all they care about. And then they wonder why men only see them as something to sleep with. They don't care what their personality. If a guy, listen, man, most of these guys who talk to these women, not all the time, but majority of the time, a lot of these women, again, who become IG scrippers, they're mainly going to get the attention of guys that want to smash, right? But then they'll say, well, that relationship got started because he got to know the real them and he wanted to build with them. And no, he told you that because that's what you wanted to hear. But once he had an opportunity to have relations with you, it was downhill from there. It was downhill from there. There was really no reason to stay with you because you didn't have the qualities of a wife. And more modern women are losing out on the opportunity to find the men that they want because they're so desperate for that self-esteem boost every day. They're so desperate to try to compete with other women for the attention of men. Like, why would you as a woman want to get on your social media and see comments from guys saying some of the craziest things to you? Now, you may not agree with it, but you push the envelope because you're like, well, I want to see what else they're going to say. I want to make them get even more thirstier. Without taking a step back and saying, well, wait a minute, I don't want to be objectified. Isn't this what feminism is for? Because you got a lot of these women who claim to be feminists. Isn't feminism about fighting back against being objectified? But I guess it's okay to be objectified if you're getting paid for it, right? Being objectified is okay if you're getting the attention of the men that you want, right? You're able to build your social media brand. So it's okay to be objectified then. But you don't want to be objectified by men that you have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. Right? So I guess that's how it works. But that doesn't mean that Safaree is wrong. I think Safaree makes a very good point, whether you like the messenger or not.